Mic check, mic check. What's going on, world? You already know it's your boy SB, and I'd like to welcome y'all back to episode 17 of season 5 of the Roll Up Podcast. As always, before we get started, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for y'all continuous support. It really means a lot to me that y'all take some time and spend it with your boy, that you share it with a friend via social media, via word of mouth, however you put niggas on to the platform. I really appreciate you for doing what you do, because as I always say, the numbers going up, the reach is expanding, and the community is growing, and that's all due to y'all showing the love that y'all show via social media. If you're new to the campaign, I would definitely recommend that you follow the movement via the Roll Up Podcast on Instagram and Threads. Be sure to check out the SauceBradyExperience.com. That's the official hub of the Roll Up Podcast. I got a lot of great content that's getting ready to get put out this year, and the one sure way to stay up to date with what's going on is to stay tapped into the SauceBradyExperience.com. You can also check out the Sauce Factory and grab you some merch. The Season 5 collection is available right now, so when you get to checkout, use code TRUPOD, that's TRUPOD, to receive a 30% discount off of your merch. I also have 2 books for sale right now via Amazon and Barnes & Noble. One is titled Here's the Truth. The other is titled You Deserve Better. They are both great reads, And as we continue to push through 2024, they both will give you the extra nudge to keep going and pursuing your dreams. I will also be starting a new campaign soon titled Gaming with Sauce, where I live stream some of my favorite video games, and we can sit down and chop it up, burn one, and have like a little Q&A just so y'all can get to know me a little bit better. So make sure y'all stay tapped in for that as well. So y'all know I gotta get the business out the way. So now it's time to go ahead and dive into today's conversation. Whether you want to accept it or not, you have a purpose for being on this planet. It may not be crystal clear to you right now, but I believe with a deep dive into the person you desire to be, you will find your way. And today's quote helps illustrate that perfectly. And the quote today is by Bill Hybels, and it reads, God made you on purpose for a purpose. You were made for a reason. And when you move with the intention to discover your why, the path will be revealed to you. In order to discover your purpose, I believe there are 3 steps that are mandatory in discovering who you are. That first step is that you have to believe that you were sent here for a reason. The second step is that you have to be intentional with the dream life you're aiming to manifest. And last but not least, you have to master the art of execution. There are many steps in between, but these 3 are that we're going to talk about today ultimately lay the foundation in which we build up ourselves. So the first step of discovering who you are is to believe that you were sent here to make a difference. Without the belief that you have a reason of being in this human experience, you will forever be chained to society's stigmas and expectations. Once you begin to believe and possess the characteristics of a believer, the fog will clear and you'll be able to see the way. The characteristics of a believer are confidence, committed, disciplined, faithful to the grind, and accountability. Without those, you will feel lost and be easily manipulated by other people to feel inadequate. But the truth of the matter is, it's important that you make it clear about what you want and be relentless in that pursuit. And that's where the second step comes in. The second step to becoming the person you were made to be is to be intentional with your words and your actions. A lot of people will argue that the brain is the strongest muscle in the body, but I believe that it's not the brain, but it's the tongue that's the strongest part of the body. Think about it. You can either speak life over your situation, or you can speak death over your situation. You can speak positive words to yourself, or you can speak negative words to yourself. You can be the bearer of good news, or you can be the bearer of bad news. No matter which way you flip it, what comes out of your mouth dictates the life that we experience. And in order to be intentional with our growth, we must change the way that we speak to ourselves. Again, when you change how you speak to yourself internally, you will reap the benefits externally. We should also be intentional with our work habits and our mindset. For example, when we put aside time during the day to work on our goals, this time should be uninterrupted. The less distractions that we have, the more efficient we can be. That efficiency speaks through the quality of our product. And in the end, it brings us a more rewarding feeling by actually getting things done. When it comes to creating the person you are meant to be, being intentional is extremely important. As Seneca put it, if you don't know what port you are selling to, no wind is favorable. Lastly, the most important of them all, the distance between the life we have and the life we want is called action. We weren't designed to just talk about who we want to be. We were put here to put in the work and execute. Dedicating time to focus on your mental health may not be physical labor, but when you're exercising your mind by changing the narrative you tell, that's taking action. When you have your plan mapped out to the T, one step at a time, brick by brick, that is the way you achieve greatness. When you're tending to your garden, watering your seeds with affirmation, and pulling the weeds out along the way, you're taking action by creating a space that will allow you to be the best version of yourself. As I've said before, the work that we have to put in isn't optional, it's a requirement. These 3 steps that we listed above aren't attributes that might get you successful. They will get you successful. These are the magic keys that weren't taught to us while we were growing up. But now that we're older and we know better, it's time that we do better. You were made for greatness. You were made for greatness. You were made to be the head and not the tail. You were made to be a beacon of positivity for someone who is going through a very similar situation. You were made to act out of love and to uplift the people around you. And I believe with the 3 steps that we talked about today, if you take them into consideration while you're trying to find your purpose, it will lead you to an extraordinary life. Majority of people never see their dreams manifest because they stop believing in the power within themselves. And I refuse to be one of them, and I refuse to let you be one of them as well. Life is hard. It can be unfair, but that does not stop you from being who you were created to be. The ability to push through adversity is the ultimate sign of self-love. When you persevere through hard times, you are showcasing your strength, your grit, and your resilience. The best views come after the hardest climbs. And I'm here to remind you, my friend, that the only person that can stop you from getting to where you want to be is you. Starting today, it's time that we restore the belief in ourselves that we were made to contribute to being a light in this world. The way we show up for ourselves ultimately dictates how we show up for others. The way we take care of ourselves will translate into the way that we take care of other people. The way that we take care of ourselves mentally will change the way we view the world. These aren't hypotheses. These are facts. And I believe that if your goal in 2024 is to give a top to bottom restoration, this episode is your reminder that you are great and it's possible. You are successful, you are a powerful manifester, and you are a powerful creator. Good things come to those who wait, but great things come to those that put in the work. So in closing, as always, I hope I said something influential in this episode to remind you of the greatness that's inside you. And I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to kick it with your boy. So again, if you're new to the movement, subscribe, like, comment, share with the homies. Be sure to check out the SauceBradyExperience.com. Make sure you hit the Sauce Factory. Make sure you use code TRUPOD at checkout. That's TRUPOD to get 30% off your merch. Make sure you be on the lookout for Gaming with Sauce. Make sure you grab a copy of one of my books. And as always, man, roll you a fatty because you deserve it. Can't believe that we're 3 episodes away from episode 20. I'm excited to embark on this journey with y'all because, again, like I said at the beginning, I got a lot of great content coming down the way, and I'm excited to get this ball rolling with y'all. So again, thank you for spending some time with your boy. I'm gonna holler at you. Peace.